Hello FPL managers, today we have a look at our updated draft with Game Week 1 just around the corner. In today's video we have a look at our brand new 15-man squad and discuss the various changes we've made and why we've gone with these new decisions. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe as we try to hit 8k subs by the start of the new Premier League season, and with that being said, let's get into the video. So starting off with the goalkeeper, the first change of the team does come in this position as David Raya steps in place of Mendy. David Raya is £500,000 cheaper, and I believe with his good combination of save and clean sheet potential, he could probably match Mendy for points over the first 5 at least. David Raya was able to get himself 5 bonus points in 2,000 minutes last season, compared to Mendy who just got 3 playing the whole year, which was the second lowest out of any keeper. Also with Raya averaging 4 points per game, this did rank 4th amongst all keepers last season, so with his favourable fixtures to start the year, if Brentford can get some clean sheets, I'm sure he's going to be getting a decent points tally. Speaking of his fixtures, he faces Leicester United, Fulham, Everton and Crystal Palace as his first 5 opponents, so despite having a tricky first 2, I do think he should make a strong comeback in the next 3. Looking towards the defenders, Alexander-Arnold remains unchanged as he's looking excellent throughout pre-season, almost playing in a midfielder role for Liverpool. Of course Trent is an assisting beast and he has been recording those assists in pre-season as well, looking to build on his 12 assists last year in the Premier League. Fantasy Football Fix predict Trent to make a good start as well, as out of all defenders he currently has the highest predicted points in the first 6 game weeks. Ben Chilwell is another player in that defence that does remain untouched, as he has begun those minutes in pre-season to recover to full fitness. It's definitely good to see him back in action for Chelsea, and according to Fix, Chilwell will be the 5th highest scoring defender in the first 6 game weeks, as he is projected to score 28 points over this time. In just 6 starts last season though, Ben Chilwell recorded 54 FPL points, so if he can keep up this impressive run, he's going to be a great asset at the back. Robertson is the second change to the team, as at £7 million with just a 10% ownership, he could be a nice differential of defence that has been overlooked. Robertson had some fairly good underlying stats last season, and according to Fix, he will be the 2nd highest scoring defender in the first 6 game weeks. Of course, Liverpool have very favourable fixtures to start the year, with Fulham, Palace, United, Bournemouth and Newcastle as their first 5. So definitely with this double up on Liverpool defence, we're looking to capitalise on those fixtures and plenty of clean sheets. Of course, Robo does offer good attacking potential as well, with 3 goals and 11 assists last season. And as the 4th and final starting defender is Ruben Diaz. He comes in place of Cancelo to tick off that Man City defence, as I do think it is compulsory to have at least one Man City defender to start the season. They did have the tied most clean sheets last season with Liverpool, so since they've got decent fixture runs to start the year, it's definitely a good opportunity to jump on them. They face West Ham, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Palace and Forest as their first 5. And just considering that Diaz does get plenty of starting minutes in that Man City defence, he's going to be always locking in those clean sheets. Diaz also was able to get himself 7 attacking returns, which was fairly handy, so over the first couple of games he could potentially match Cancelo for points. So with the defence covered, let's have a look at the midfielders. Riyad Mahrez remains unchanged in the squad, as he's had a fairly solid pre-season so far, as in his first 2 games he's produced an assist and looked very threatening. He is on set pieces and corners, which is good to see, and he's getting fairly involved into play, making good runs into the box and making lots of key passes. According to Fantasy Football Fix, Riyad Mahrez will be the 4th highest scoring player in FPL after the first 6 game weeks, as he's projected to score 37 points over this time. As we've touched on with Diaz, Man City have some excellent fixtures to start the new year, and I wouldn't expect Mahrez to make a fast start against West Ham, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Palace and Forest. As we've touched on with the departure of Jesus and Sterling, Mahrez has got that right wing spot to himself, and he currently has a 95% chance of starting for Game Week 1, which holds me in good confidence that he will be the preferred starting option throughout the season. Gabriel Martinelli is another one that's had a great pre-season for Arsenal, as him, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Jesus have really impressed. Martinelli has been racking up the assists with 4 assists so far this pre-season, and has been looking fairly threatening from open play, once again making plenty of key passes. Arsenal arguably have some of the best fixtures in the first 5 game weeks of the season, so at £6 million I expect Martinelli to be excellent value. It is likely that he'll be getting starting minutes for the Gunners, and to get into their attack at just such a cheap price, he looks to be a nice pick. Of course, no changes with Mo Salah in the midfield, as at £13 million he is not going anywhere in my team, despite being the most expensive player. He has done well in pre-season as well, getting himself a couple of goals in 2 appearances for Liverpool, so he's already back to his brilliant best for the new season. Of course, Liverpool have those excellent fixtures as well, as that is why he completes the Liverpool triple up in our starting 11. Pedro Neto rounds up the midfield, as he's also had a great pre-season for Wolves with 3 goals and 1 assist so far. Neto, similarly to Martinelli, does have a very cheap price at just £5.5 million and could be an excellent value option in the middle of the park to free up money elsewhere. Furthermore, according to Fix, Wolves have the best fixtures in the first 6 game weeks from an attacking standpoint, as they match up against Leeds, Fulham, Spurs, Newcastle, Bournemouth and Southampton. I do also see Neto getting plenty of starting minutes for Wolves, as he has impressed in pre-season, and when he's fully fit he is first choice. Now glancing over at the forwards, is an unchanged front 2 of Kane and Jesus. Haaland did get himself a goal in his first game for Man City just 12 minutes in, but Harry Kane has had an immense pre-season for Tottenham, as in just 3 appearances he has 5 goals and 1 assist. These numbers are absolutely outrageous, and he is getting loads of chances for Tottenham, as well as providing good opportunities for his teammates as well. So despite having a slow start to last season, he finished the season very strongly, and he's carried over to the new year, so he can uphold that form. He's going to be an excellent FPL asset. According to Fantasy Football Fix, they think Kane will be the highest scoring player in Game Week 1, as he has Southampton at home, so I definitely think in the starting squads he's a good option anyway, and then you can switch over to Haaland if you want to. But I do think since Kane's got excellent fixtures to start the year, he's going to make a fast start. The number 1 ICT next ranked forward faces Southampton, Chelsea, Wolves, Forest, West Ham and Fulham as his first 6 opponents, allowing him to get that goal tally up early on. With Kane just sitting at around a 20% ownership, we'll move on to Jesus, who is the highest owned player in FPL at £8 million. His ownership is sitting at 61% at the moment, higher than the likes of Salah and Haaland, which was definitely surprising to see coming into the new season. As we've touched on before, Arsenal arguably have the best starting 5 fixtures, so I definitely think, at least for the short term, Gabriel Jesus is a great pick, especially considering his very strong pre-season. He's got himself 4 goals and 1 assist over this time, so if he can carry this form over into the Premier League, he's going to be a great option for Arsenal, as he seems to have slotted in seamlessly. Now, after discussing the starting 11, let's take a look at the bench. Begovic is the first change on the bench, as he comes in as that 4.0 keeper, as Ellery Belcom is unlikely to be the backup for Brentford. Begovic did get minutes last season, so it's nice to see him at £4 million, knowing that he'll be the backup for Pickford if he's missing. Also, Begovic has a fairly low ownership, so there's a low chance that his price is going to go down if a lot of managers move him out. Nico Williams and Andreas Pereira remain unchanged in that defence, as at £4 million and £4.5 million respectively, they are the 2 best picks at those prices. Nico Williams has been starting for Forest throughout pre-season, playing in a fullback role, so definitely very good value there, and Andreas Pereira looks to be on set pieces and corners, as well as being a fairly attacking player in the midfield for Fulham, making him a very good value pick. And Archer is the second change to the bench, as at £4.5 million he's been getting some starting minutes for Aston Villa in pre-season. With these minutes in pre-season, I am hoping that Steven Gerrard can give him a chance off the bench a couple of times in the Premier League, which you can hopefully see his price increase maybe to 4.6, but since he is a fairly low owned forward, I don't see his price decreasing that much. Thanks for watching today's video. If you guys want to become a channel member, then click the join button down below and get featured on the members board at the end of the videos, just like Philip Ash here. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to show support for the channel, and click the notification bell. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.